Walking alone, the journey of the solitary warrior. There is something profoundly powerful and beautiful about those who choose to walk alone. It's not because they don't need others, but because they've discovered their strength doesn't rely on company, approval, or external support. Walking alone is a silent declaration of courage, a statement that you are capable of facing the world on your own 2 feet and moving forward even when everything seems to conspire against you. In the silence of solitude, resilience is born. In the absence of applause, true grit emerges. And when there's no one to hold your hand, you discover that your own hands are strong enough to open doors, forge paths, and tear down obstacles. This is not the journey of the weak or those who give up at the first sign of trouble. It is the journey of the unstoppable, the unbreakable. The warrior who understands that the only real limit is within themselves and decides not to be held captive by it. In this video, we'll talk about the power of walking alone, the strength born from solitude, and how to become truly unstoppable, even in the face of life's greatest storms. If you feel like you're on this path by yourself, this is your wake-up call. Get ready to awaken the giant within you. The courage to go on when everyone else gives up. In most stories of triumph, the protagonist finds themselves alone at the most decisive moment. Not because no one is around, but because no one can truly understand the depth of the struggle, the size of the dream, or the sheer willpower needed to keep going. To walk alone is to embrace the loneliness that comes with being a pioneer, one who dares to tread a path yet to be explored. It's looking into the abyss and choosing to take a step forward, even when your mind is screaming at you to retreat. This courage is born from the realization that your destiny is in your hands, and no one is going to chart your course for you. It's understanding that outside approval is a luxury you can't afford to wait for, because while you wait, time slips away, and dreams are left behind. When everyone else has given up, you will still be there because you've decided that your story is worth it. You are the author of your own life, and only you can write the most important pages. The solitude of the path is tough, but it makes you stronger. It cleanses the soul, tests your faith, and sharpens your character. Those who walk alone learn to listen to their inner voice, trust their gut, and become their own best friend. The inner strength, no one can take away. When you walk alone, you quickly learn that true strength isn't in what you have around you, but in what you carry within. It is invisible to the eye, but tangible in the heart. It's a flame that won't go out, even in the strongest winds. Inner strength is born from self-knowledge, from accepting your own vulnerabilities, and from the courage to move forward despite them. It doesn't demand perfection, only brutal honesty with yourself. Often, we feel weak because we look at others and compare ourselves, forgetting that the real battle happens inside the mind and soul. When you walk alone, you learn that the only approval that matters is your own, and the greatest enemy to defeat is the fear that lives within you. This inner strength is like a muscle. The more you exercise it, the more resilient it becomes. And every challenge, every fall, and every moment of doubt is an opportunity to strengthen it even more. Never underestimate the power of your own spirit. When you become your own rock, nothing in the world can bring you down. The value of silence and solitude in building the unstoppable. The noise of the world often disconnects us from ourselves. When we're surrounded by people, opinions, and expectations, it becomes difficult to hear what we truly want and need. Walking alone gives you the chance to dive into silence, and in that silence lies an endless source of self-discovery and strength. Solitude isn't a punishment, but a sacred space where ideas mature and dreams take shape. It's in this space that you can look inward without fear and understand your deepest motivations. It's where the confidence is born that you can be whole without depending on external validation. Learning to enjoy your own company is a critical step to becoming unstoppable. When the world gets heavy, it's the silence that recharges you. When the storm comes, it's solitude that gives you the clarity to continue. The unstoppable person is not one who gives in to loneliness, but one who turns it into their most powerful ally. The discipline that turns dreams into reality. No solitary walk is easy. It demands discipline and commitment to yourself. The desire to quit will always be there, whispering in your ear, trying to convince you that it's better to give up, that the road is too long, that the dream is unattainable. But the unstoppable warrior knows that discipline is what makes the difference between desire and achievement. It's the ability to do what needs to be done, even when there's no motivation, even when no one is watching. Walking alone means taking responsibility for your life and your choices. It means creating routines, setting goals, and most importantly, staying focused in the face of distractions and adversity. Discipline is the bridge that connects dreams to reality, and the solitary, unstoppable individual crosses it with unwavering determination. Resilience. Getting up. Every time you fall. Falling is part of the journey, especially when you walk alone. But what defines the unstoppable isn't the absence of falls, but the ability to get back up, dust yourself off, and keep moving forward. Resilience is that silent strength that allows you to turn failures into lessons, pain into growth, and obstacles into stepping stones to success. When no one is around to hold your hand, it is resilience that keeps you steady. It is the engine that keeps running when motivation runs out, the light that shines in the darkness, and the echo of hope in the silence of solitude. Cultivating resilience is an act of self-love. It's looking at your scars and seeing them not as marks of weakness, but as badges of courage. The power of authenticity, being yourself with no apologies. To be unstoppable is to be authentic. There's no point in trying to fit into molds that aren't yours or living to please other people's expectations. Authenticity is the strength that comes from being true to yourself, even if it means walking alone. It's embracing your quirks, your beliefs, your dreams, without fear of judgment. When you live authentically, you attract people and opportunities that vibrate at the same frequency. And even if some doors close, others will open because you are aligned with your truth. Authenticity is a shield against mediocrity and conformity. It's what transforms a solitary walk into a journey of power and freedom. The value of patience on the solitary journey. Being unstoppable doesn't mean being in a hurry. Quite the opposite. Patience is an indispensable virtue for those who walk alone. The most valuable fruits take time to grow. Haste is the enemy of solid, lasting progress. When you have patience, you learn to respect your own processes, your own timing, and your limitations. You don't despair over difficulties, but see them as a natural part of the path. Patience is the faithful companion of the solitary warrior. It allows for maturity, for learning, and for the building of a firm foundation that no one can ever tear down. Embracing vulnerability as a source of strength. To be unstoppable doesn't mean being invulnerable or hiding your emotions. On the contrary, accepting your vulnerability is an act of courage that strengthens your solo walk even more. When you acknowledge your fragilities without fear, you become truly human. This acceptance allows you to grow, learn, and transform. Vulnerability is the fertile ground where authenticity flourishes. When you stop pretending you're always strong and perfect, you create space for real connections, even if it's just with yourself. By embracing your vulnerability, you dismantle the barriers that prevent your growth and build a solid foundation for unshakable happiness. The importance of a clear vision and purpose on the journey. A warrior who walks alone without a clear purpose can easily get lost at life's crossroads. That's why cultivating a clear vision of what you want is fundamental to becoming unstoppable. Having a purpose is the fuel that keeps your motivation burning even on the toughest days. It helps you overcome doubts, fears, and the temptation to give up. When your walk has a greater meaning than the present moment, you find purpose in every step, even if it seems slow or silent. Clarity of purpose gives you direction and focus, preventing dispersion and wasted energy. It's what transforms the solitary walk into a powerful and meaningful mission. Celebrating the journey. Every step is a victory. Finally, it's essential to recognize that being unstoppable isn't just about the destination, but about the entire journey. Every step you take alone is a victory that deserves to be celebrated. Learning to value your effort, your achievements, and even the small daily wins is what keeps your fire burning. Celebration is an act of gratitude that renews your strength and prepares you for future challenges. Being unstoppable is, above all, about honoring your own path with all its struggles, lessons, and growth. The unstoppable warrior who lives inside you. Walking alone is not a sign of weakness, but of immeasurable inner strength. It is proof that you don't depend on anyone to move forward, to fight for your dreams, and to become the best version of yourself. You are the warrior who gets up after every fall, who challenges storms with courage, and who never allows circumstances to dictate your destiny. Unstoppable isn't someone who never falls, it's someone who never gives up. Unbreakable isn't someone who never feels pain. It is someone who transforms that pain into fuel for growth. Inside you resides an infinite power, a light that no darkness can extinguish. You are capable of building your path step by step, even when solitude seems to be your only companion. This is your moment to shine, to rise up, and show the world what you're made of. You are unstoppable, you are unbreakable, and no one can take that from you. If this message has awakened the warrior within you, hit the like button to spread this strength to more people who need to hear this today. Subscribe to the Light in the Infinite channel to continue receiving deep and motivational reflections that lift your soul and strengthen your spirit. Share this video with someone who needs this boost of courage and determination to walk alone and become truly unstoppable. Remember, true strength is born within those who choose to walk alone, but who are never truly by themselves.